You put it off, you pick a fight, you just stop caring. It's like you're a passenger in your own body, watching yourself make a horrible decision, but you can't grab the wheel. If you've ever felt like you were your own worst enemy, you're not going crazy. You're right. It turns out your brain might have a hidden agenda, and today we're going to expose it. First, let's get one thing straight. Self-sabotage is not a character flaw. It has nothing to do with you being lazy, weak, or undisciplined. The tendency to get in our own way is actually tangled up in our brain's ancient survival wiring. It's a primitive defense mechanism that, frankly, hasn't had a software update in a few thousand years. Think of your brain less like a single CEO and more like a chaotic committee. You've got the logical, goal-setting part, your prefrontal cortex, which is in charge of planning and good decisions. But you also have a much older, much louder member of the committee, the limbic system, home of your emotions and survival instincts. The star player in this whole drama is a tiny, almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. Think of it as your brain's over-caffeinated security guard, constantly scanning for threats. And here's the kicker. Your amygdala can have a hard time telling the difference between an actual, physical threat, like a tiger in the bush, and a modern, psychological one, like the fear of failing, or even the vulnerability of succeeding. So when you set a big, exciting new goal, your conscious mind is all in. But deep down, your survival brain might be screaming, "Red alert! Unknown territory." This triggers a stress response that can knock your logical brain offline, making it much harder to think clearly. Your brain isn't trying to make you fail. It's trying to keep you safe by dragging you back to whatever is familiar and predictable, even if that familiar place is a pattern of disappointment. So why does it do this? Let's get into the 3, frankly wild, ways your brain is secretly working against you. The first reason is one of the most backward. Your brain might be terrified of success because success would force you to change your identity. We all have a story we tell ourselves about who we are. It's our identity. For a lot of us, that story might sound like, "I'm the underdog. I'm the one who always struggles," or "I'm not the kind of person who gets that lucky." These identities, even when they're negative, feel comfortable. They're the well-worn path in our minds. Your brain knows every twist and turn of that path. It's predictable. It's safe. Success, however, is uncharted wilderness. Nailing that huge goal means you can no longer be the one who struggles. You have to become the one who succeeded. And while that sounds great, it can be psychologically terrifying. A new identity comes with new pressures. What if I can't keep it up? What if people expect me to succeed again? What if they find out I'm a fraud? Hello, imposter syndrome. This war between wanting to achieve and fearing the new identity that comes with it creates a massive storm of anxiety, and your brain, in its clumsy attempt to protect you, yanks the emergency brake. It unconsciously steers you back to the old habits that keep you stuck in your old identity. It prefers the guaranteed comfort of your smallness to the scary vulnerability of growth. And so you ghost the perfect partner. You procrastinate on the dream job application, or you stop practicing right before the big show. You are unconsciously protecting the identity you know, even if it's the very thing making you miserable. The second reason your brain trips you up is because, on some level, it gets a secret perk from the sabotaging behavior. In psychology, this is called a secondary gain. It's an invisible force that keeps us stuck. Because the problem we think we hate is actually solving another problem we're too scared to face. Now this is almost always unconscious. You're not sitting there thinking, I just love the benefits of my constant failure. It's way more subtle than that. One of the most common secondary gains is ego protection. Think about it. If you wait until the last possible second to finish a huge project and then turn in mediocre work, you have a built-in excuse. You get to tell yourself, well, if I'd actually had enough time, I would have crushed it. This is a classic form of self-handicapping. That little excuse protects you from a much scarier possibility, giving something your absolute best shot, and still not being good enough. That would be a direct hit to your competence. By sabotaging your own effort, you create a scapegoat for failure. Another sneaky benefit is avoiding responsibility. If you never get the big promotion, you also never have to deal with the crazy stress, longer hours, and higher stakes that come with it. If you keep pushing potential partners away, you get the secondary gain of avoiding true vulnerability and the risk of real heartbreak. The self-sabotage, as painful as it is, provides a short-term solution to a much deeper fear. It's your brain picking temporary relief over long-term fulfillment every time. If you're having a few oh that's me moments right now, you're in the right place. Seeing the pattern is the first huge step, but if you're ready to go beyond just understanding the problem and actually start solving it, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button. We unpack this stuff every week to help you finally get out of your own way.